welcome to Kaukapakapa Brewing. Excuse the stain on my shirt. I think that might have something to do with wee Jimmy here, who's he's joining us today. So yeah, Saturday afternoon. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I thought while daughter's sleeping, I thought I would get into one of these, which is a Sparks Brewing Farmhouse Ale, which for the home brewer has the recipe on the back of it. That's quite neat. Yes, you can scale that down. Anyway, I haven't had a lot of sour beers or farmhouse ales, but yeah, now's a good time to start. I think. You okay, mate? Jimmy's just waiting for some breast milk, which I might be able to rustle up a bit later on. Yep, she's a fizzer. So yeah, we'll get a nose on this and yeah, report back to you. I don't know if you can pick that out. This is my, sorry Titirangi RSA, this is a handle stolen from you back in about 2001, 1999, somewhere around there. Yeah, so this is, it's fully carbonated. Look at the bubbles on that. Thanks for all the subscriptions I've had this week. I've gone from about 15 up to, I think last count was about 40 something maybe. Yeah, big shout out to Dean's List for helping me out with that. So yeah, cheers guys. If I've got enough subscribers, I'll keep the content coming. I'm only doing this so I can kind of take part in the community. So obviously, yeah, I'm putting out content for others so that I can see others' content as well. So cheers to all the brew tubers. Let's dive in. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Not too sour. Definitely tastes a bit like a Belgian of some description, but definitely not like the he'd say that kind of almost like Chardonnay type taste on some of those funky sour beers. So yep, if you see the old Sparks Farmhouse Ale in your supermarkets in New Zealand, get your name onto it. You okay, buddy? Well, this is your first time on YouTube. Yep. So what's been happening this week? I've got the IPA that's been sitting in the broom cupboard, just crash cooling at the moment. The supercharger, doing the Tony Yates variation with the Amarillo swapped out for some New Zealand Cascade, and that was actually the first brew that I did on my electric system. So I thought after about, I don't know, maybe 10 brews on that system, I thought I'd go back and give it a go, because it didn't taste like the real thing. So once I've got it into the keg, I might do a bit of a tasting. What else are we going to talk about, Jimmy? What else? The Swartz beer that I've been brewing up with my mate Dave is a bit of a precursor to the SJ4 challenge, which I'm intending on entering. That's been going really well now. Almost too well. That yeast that I pitched, to be honest, I didn't actually read the packet properly. You have to warm the liquid yeast before you pitch it. So it's one of those White Labs direct pitch yeast. I know fluffing around with a stir plate, which I have built, direct pitch it, but yeah, I didn't warm it up, so I assumed that I could just pitch it at the lagering temp that I wanted, but didn't work. So I warmed that up in the broom cupboard that I got up to about 16 plus degrees, pitched the yeast, and it's been fizzing away nicely. What's that, mate? Did some milk. So yeah, better get Jimmy some breast milk at some stage. Yep, lucky I got some in the freezer. Planning on doing in the next couple of weeks is is have another go at the Swartz beer after I've what's that, mate? Once I've checked that that I've reached my target ABV, so obviously I want to get it under 4.5. So yeah, do a bit of work with the hydrometer, and hopefully we'll get yeah, you can help out. So hopefully we'll get under 4.5%, because it was quite a warm mash, around about 69-70 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Yeah, I need to get on to building the Keyser. So that's the plan over the next week. So I've got a lot of marking out the way. So yeah, we'll get on to the Keyser, start thinking about taps, start saving for taps, and rather than fluffing around with a picnic tap and spraying beer all over the inside of my chest freezer, we'll get that Keyser sorted out. Also, yeah, one of my good colleagues, her partner is a graphic designer, so he's managed to come up with a beer label for me. I had a few names, and what I ended up with is a Floor Sweepers Union. It's kind of an ode to what I do all day. I sweep floors. I normally sweep up after other small children that have left bits of plywood and dust on the floor, and bits of sticky tape that get stuck to the floor. So yeah, Floor Sweepers Union, might get some caps made up when I get round to bottling, and try and get some sticky labels done. I think the last straw was when I sent a box to my colleague and her partner who did the label, and they were really ratty. I just wrote on the inside of a box, coated them with a Sharpie, looked a bit crap, so I'm going to improve my presentation. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully see you next week, and yeah, as Paul Wicksteed would say, have yourself another one. Well, that was clever. Had heaps of water come out of that, because I had a lot of water in my HOT to adjust the temperature. We're going in about mash up temp. Try and aim for 67 or so in our very cold brewery. So yeah, we'll get a bit more water in there, and we'll start giving it a stir. So in goes the 5.2 pH stabilizer. Haven't been doing much of water chemistry. I'll put some sodium chloride in. I've been doing that. I need to look at gypsum. But yeah, we'll see if the results come through that 5.2. I've used it over the last 4 brews or so. Numbers pretty much spot on. Had a bit of a fiddle with some cold water. But yeah, we're going for that medium body, perhaps with a touch of full. Quite keen on this being sweet and not too dry. So yeah, a bit of filling with cold water, and just powering back up the element. And yep, we're on target. Alright, mash out. We're at 70 odd degrees there, and nice and clear once again. The grain beer doing its job. Some goodies in there. I added a little bit of red back malt about halfway through the mash, so I'll try and get a bit more of a red colour. I might have a go at actually steeping a little bit in the mash out as we start smoking. Alright, we're filling up the coil, and yeah, we might do I think we might do a batch sparge, so I'll dump the rest of this water out and then fill her up. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run the HLT back through the Herms coil and just clear out any water in there. I guess it acts a bit like a part of the cleaning process, as well as extracting all that delicious water out of there. So having played around with the Swartz beer, which we steeped some grains in it just to get the colour, that black colour, I'm going to have a go with Gladfield's Redback malt. And yeah, while we're sparging, I'll just leave the Redback on top of it. Noisy motorbike. Yeah, and hopefully we'll get some of that red colour out, and apparently it keeps it nice and clear too. Right, first edition of 60-minute oil hops. Only about 7 grams or so of fuggles. So there's a good example of how that hop blocker works, and I will pull that wort for a good 20 minutes after I'd reached pitching temp. So yeah, big ass cone in the middle there, hop blocker doing its job. They end up being I don't know, 150 plus grams of hops, so quite a bit going in there, and not too messy in the fermenter.